Hello, everybody. Welcome to the November company update. Hope you are having a great fall. At least where I live, it has really become fall. The leaves are changing colors. The temperature is cooling off, and it really does seem like fall is here. And I know for many of you, that is your favorite time of year. So I hope you're enjoying the chance to enjoy all the beauty that is out there and the reprieve from the summer heat. So it was great to see people at the company meetings. For those of you in Oklahoma, sorry I was unable to make it. It was a very exciting time for me, though, because just a few hours before the company meeting, I was blessed to have my second grandson enter this world. And so I guess that outranks making it to the company meeting. So I'm sure that was great. People were happy to get together and um, you know break bread and catch up with people you don't get to see that often in our day-to-day world. So I know that's the case in the other two meetings, and I know it's the case in all the other meetings I've ever been to. So fun to get together. One of the things that came out of those meetings was a brainstorming session on themes, a lot of common ground. And so we are now in the process of finalizing and selecting what that theme will be for 2026. But again, there was great overlap between each of the regions. Matter of fact, when you took the top four choices from each of the group, you only ended up with seven different answers. So that's pretty good because obviously the three groups could have come up with a total of 12 different answers. So lots of overlap and lots of that does help us in finalizing what the theme should be. One of the announcements that was made there, and then you likely remember because I've had a few people talk about it and mention it to me, and that is full coverage of the employee portion of health insurance in 2026. So what that means, starting in January, there won't be any employee contribution towards the premium on the individual health insurance. So actually, that starts in December because we pay one month ahead. So there should be everybody who is on health insurance, because everybody who's on health insurance is part of the individual thing, would see a decrease in the amount of their um, withholdings. Um, so still, spouse and families, there would be a contribution that the employees would make towards those plans, but not on the individual plans. The other one is came out of that is I went to a session and got everyone should have got a chance to sit in on the conduit wire and tool and safety topics. I know that the operations department is busy following up on those. Sat in a meeting on Tuesday or a lot of discussions for how is it we're going to make sure that we're doing all these things. What did we get for feedback in those meetings? How do we need to modify what we did based on those feedback? So project leadership is really excited about moving ahead with that, getting to more standardization when possible, and so that it's easier for us to work side by side. It's safer for us as we work side by side and continue to look out for each other's best interest as we're working hand in hand. And then also coming out of those meetings, we set up the next round of them in early January on the 6th in Minnesota, on the 8th in Nebraska, and on the 15th in Oklahoma. We're planning to have company meetings probably a little more abbreviated than these last ones. But again, a chance for us all to get together in the same place and say hello to people who aren't on the same job sites or in the same office as us day to day. It's really a good time. And then any other common messages that we might want to share with each other. We will launch the theme at that time. I know that there'll be some sort of swag to promote it as we get into the next theme that is based on the input that we got back in September, October company meetings. Two other announcements as I close up this video is to keep in mind the day after Thanksgiving, which looking at my calendar is November 28th, is a paid holiday. That is the bonus paid holiday that we have that kind of floats over over time of the seventh paid holiday. This year we are having a bonus 8th paid holiday, and that is December 26th. It happens to be the Christmas falls on a Thursday, making Friday kind of an awkward day. So we are giving everybody that day off paid. So those 2 Fridays will be paid holidays, in which people will get the paid holiday and a chance to extend those weekends into at least 4 days. So I hope you have a great chance to celebrate the holidays with friends, family, whomever it is that you typically get, but a chance to rest and relax and get yourself rejuvenated for 2026. Thank you. With that, there's be another video from the project manager in your local area. And then Trista back with some more important announcements with some changes. And that is really exciting as well. But Trista understands them much better than I do. So she's going to be the person explaining them. Thank you. And I hope you're having a great day and have an awesome November.
Hi, welcome to the November monthly update. And so for the month of November, we're going to start with our anniversary, or excuse me, we're going to start with October new hires, and then we're going to go to anniversaries. And then I will have some other information following that in regards to some benefits and things coming up. So first thing is we have a new hire here in October. On October 27th, we have Thad Johnson, who is starting in Nebraska, and Thad is joining us as an apprentice. So welcome to Thad Johnson. And then we have anniversaries for the month of November. We had Davy Hermanis, who on November 7th will be here 3 years. And we have Cole Mathis, who is out of Nebraska. On November 8th will be here 15 years. And we have John Brophy, who is also out of Nebraska. On November 25th will be here 12 years. And then we have Justin Erickson, who is based out of Minnesota. On November 28th will be here 20 years. So thank you for all of those individuals and your dedication and continued service to Wilmer Electric. We're excited to continue to have you and see where your career goes in the next year. And then just a couple of things coming up here in regards to benefits. Benefits open enrollment will be coming here towards the middle to the end of November. So please be watching that. There will be benefit meetings that will be coming up so that you have an opportunity to listen or to ask questions and listen in on information in regards to those. They will be via Zoom, and there will be a few options as far as days and times for those. So just be conscious of those when they come out. In regards to benefits, there were a couple of changes that we have put into effect for this year. One happens to be for the HSA and the FSA. So for the health savings account and the flexible spending account, we are making a change in regards to providers. We are moving away from CDSA, who has been our provider probably for the last 15 years or so. Some service things have not been the greatest in regards to them. So we are trying to find something that with service that is better for Wilmer Electric employees, and that does not cost as much and that back to you as an employee. And so that we are moving to New Synergy. And you will see some more of that information coming out. Yes, there will be new cards when that comes, and we will have information in regards to that and how to transfer if you would like to transfer funds from your previous information from Summit over that CDSA has to New Synergy as well, if you so choose to do that. We are adding a new benefit this year, a hearing benefit. This benefit will be for all full-time employees. You will automatically be enrolled in this benefit, and Wilmer Electric is paying for the premium of this benefit. You can also enroll your dependents, or spouse and or dependents if you so choose. They are not automatically enrolled. So when it comes to open enrollment time, if you would like to have them on there, you will need to select them to be on this plan. Again, at no cost to you, that is covered by Wilmer Electric. This new benefit you will have is done with you online, and you can work with an audiologist 3 times for the year. and watch to see all the information that comes out in regards to potential tinnitus, some tinnitus therapy that goes with that. If you happen to have tinnitus, or if you need to have noise canceling earbuds, those kinds of things that come with that. There are different things that come with that. So be watching for that. It's a great new benefit that we have for you. Again, at no cost, Willmar Electric is paying for the premium on that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the November Central Region update video for you here this month. We'll touch on safety, we'll look at our current workload, and then look at future work that we're bidding. Just give you just a quick update for the month of November. So we'll start with safety. Right around the time you're seeing this video, we should be right around 220 days without an injury. So that's awesome. Keep up on the PPE, keep up on the safety, make sure see anything unsafe, or letting someone know we're making a change or addressing it. As always, let's make up those weekly safety meetings. You miss it on Monday, please go back in and get it addressed. I'm trying to get some of those sent out via text to you guys direct, or even have the foreman have those links readily available, just so it's an easier process to get back to that form, get the video watched, and get it made up. But if you did miss it, please take ownership of it, go back in and get it made up. And then continue with near misses. If you have something that happens, or you see something that was a close issue or could have been an injury that was avoided, let's make note of it. Tell your foreman, he'll get it filled out, completed. It helps us just make better decisions in the future and be safer as a company as a whole. So continue to bring that to light and document anything that is near miss. So moving on to our current workload, we'll just breeze through our projects here real quick, give you guys an update. So Westbrook, we're still actively working in phase 2. Got a lot going on in the basement and first floor. Got kind of the bulk of the in-wall roughing complete in the basement, moving up to level 1. Still working on some overhead in the basement. Got a lot of site work still to do out there. So bulk of that project remains for the phase 2 renovation portion, which will carry us into February of 2026. Purging apartments, a lot going on there right now actively. Most of the unit feeders are actively being pulled and being nearly complete probably at the time you're seeing this video. Trim out kits are ongoing, busting out the units as we go down through the floors. But a very busy next month out there as we try and wrap up this purging project here before the end of the year and get it turned over. NDCS phase 3. So we had the big month last month getting that south building finished up, still buttoning up a couple startups, get some equipment finalized, smoke evac fire alarm side of things, but progress is moving into the north building, and typical to purging. This project's got a busy month here too as we try and wrap this one up as well by the end of the year and get this one turned over to the state. Tecumseh still ongoing with the fire alarm project out there. We are in the last few buildings on that project, so hoping for here in the next couple months to get the fire alarm completely swapped over and get out of there. But ongoing out in Tecumseh. Similar project out in New York with the fire alarm system swap out there. We are still working on the fiber. Tier cable is actively terminating new fiber, and we're getting the last few runs pulled in. So trying to get that scope of the project complete. But as far as fire alarm AV device swap is ongoing, and we're planning to get to the system cut over here in the coming weeks. Eastmont Towers phase 2 is still ongoing out there. We have completed all rough-in for the units. So right now we've shifted to a lot of trim out, dropping back to corridors, getting fire alarm and lobby spaces buttoned up. So a couple more months out there, but definitely on the back end of this phase 2 portion of Eastmont. Service, Chad, still a lot of Unite, small service calls across town. Done some work at COE, back out at the VA, Lincoln Christian, kind of here or there, all over town. So that's staying busy with small service calls. Doan, still tracking along out there in that south building, made some good progress, doing a lot of pulling wire, got most of the in-wall overhead complete as far as rough-in standpoint. So that north building is kind of on the horizon, and Sampson has made some good progress is getting that thing out of the ground. So hoping to get more busy out there once that north building gets taken shape and allows us to get in there and start working. But still a lot of schedule left out there as far as looking into the fall of 26 before that project's all said and done. So still on the early stages of dome, out there. So Cedarhurst, next project, lot going on out there right now with manpower. We've got unit rough-ins, our full bore. I'm working on level 2, shift down to level 1. I'm starting on some feeders in the corridors, but as we've talked about over the past few months, this is going to be our busy job this fall as we kind of prep up for the big NDCS project. But a lot of work in front of us out there at Cedarhurst. Dormy network is should be pretty much done at the time you're seeing this video. We're finishing up a couple finish items and some startups on controls, but that job will be turned over here in weeks or coming weeks now as you're watching this video. So a lot of work was done out there in the last few months, and good job for everyone that was on that project. Conestoga out in Murray, Nebraska. Not a lot of change out there. We've done some block wall roughing, as I mentioned last month, and then next big thing out there will be gearing up to install the snow melt system. But still a lot of work in front of us as we wait for the new building to get built to open up the bulk of the project for the Conestoga project. True North office, the home builder office right across from Eden. Not a lot different out there. We're still ongoing with rough-in. We are got a lot of that completed, and we're doing a lot of wire pulling now as far as branch and home runs. So still chugging along on True North, and that one hopefully in the coming months we're getting that one wrapped up for the True North people. So new work upcoming that we are monitoring, obviously in the NDCS Arbor, the big prison that's been discussed is the big one. So the latest update on that is they are actively doing geopiers. Footings have started. Precast is in the works. We are marking up a lot of building precast drawings right now. I think the first set of precast they're planning to set first of the year. So that means for right now, in the coming weeks here, pretty soon, we're going to be starting on sleeves, utility duct bank, getting going on that building Z, which is the powerhouse with all of our main parallel gear, etc. So that job is very close to starting to really take off for us. Other projects we've talked about, the small wash bay project at Hausman's office, still haven't done anything out there. That'll be a project here in the coming weeks, coming months for us to complete. And then one other thing, we added a pretty large change order to the College of Dentistry project that we finished. This is a separate project that'll be handled via that contract, but it's a pretty large overhaul for the elevator, putting it on emergency power, so new transfer switch, etc. out there. So that is kind of a recap of work ongoing and upcoming as far as the looking at estimating and what we're bidding and waiting to hear. A lot of small projects on our bid schedule, a little small remodel, level 3 lead tower. LES is doing a warehouse, a small project at Norris with their activities complex, and then Bell Tower Apartments remodel. So those are kind of the bulk of the projects on our bid list right now. And then work we're waiting to hear back on, just a couple here. There's a Slim Chickens in Lincoln that we bid. We're waiting to hear back, and then a custom auto care edition as well that we're waiting to hear if we will get awarded that project. So that is just a quick run through of what we got going on. If you guys ever hear of any projects or anything you want us to take a look at, please let me know. If you got any questions with specific jobs or what our future is upcoming with work, please give me a shout. I'll be glad to talk you through whatever questions you got. So thanks for all the hard work, and thanks for all you do for Illinois Electric. Thanks, guys.